All right, here we go with another video. The white people have become the black people, and the black people have become the white people. The white people are the ones that are fighting and doing all the crazy shit and, you know, getting their gun, not afraid and doing all the shit. But the white people used to be scared of shit, but now they not. They're getting trained, and they're not. And the black people that are getting trained are equally just as good as they are. But the majority of the people are not trained. And there are only two types of people, those that are trained and those that are not trained. And people need to prepare themselves because something really fucked up is going to happen. We all know that. We also all know that the weather is doing some weird stuff. I don't believe that that's God at all. I don't believe that this is Mother Nature. I think the animals are Mother Nature. They're getting out of there. But we have weather control machines. China have them and Russia have them, but we use ours. And so I don't buy all this weather. I don't buy all this weather. The people in Japan said they would send a tsunami for talking, that the U.S. threatened them with it. And then Turkey was told not to help Russia. They did, and they got hit with an earthquake. Haiti had billions of gallons of oil around their country. They got hit with an earthquake. Chile has billions of gallons of oil around them. They're right by Haiti. And a few months later, they got hit with the same earthquake of the same magnitude and everything. 7.6, I think it was, in both places. So then you go back over, build them up some matchbox houses, and boom, you take the shit. So every country is taking and conquering other countries, and they all doing it for some reason. Preparing, and then now you have all this Satan worship stuff on the TVs, just in your face. They even putting it in the schools. The Satan's after school club. See, and people are really with it. White folks mostly. Ain't no offense, but y'all don't care. Y'all summon shit and do shit. And, you know, it's something new. We ain't never seen it. It been around, but it's new for us to see it and people to just come right out with it. And let me tell you, they doing that too. And ain't nobody doing nothing. When has anything satanic ever came up on the news and they didn't make a big deal out of it? All this shit, it's like the world flipped. And now the good has become the bad, and the bad has become the not so bad. And right has become wrong. And wrong is not no longer wrong. It's right. And so it's a bunch of crazy shit. It's like we woke up in a damn twilight zone. But it's really light against dark. Good against evil. Right against wrong. And the Creator, to me, lives in the truth. The truth can be ugly, it can be pretty, but he lives in it no matter how good or bad it is. God lives in it. And where the Bible is a metaphor. It ain't about Jesus, and it's about what he stood for and what he was doing, and we're supposed to strive to be Jesus-like. So what this means is, how many people got the heart to stand up against a whole army of people that is completely backwards and crazy and willing to kill you over what you gonna say? Are you willing to sacrifice yourself for the Creator, for God? Because this is really what it has come to. A lot of us are about to be the Jesuses. And anyone that stands up and tries to be the Jesus gets killed like he did. Everyone that warned us about the shot long before the shot came, don't want to bring that up, but I got to. What happened to him? And everyone that stands up and sees something and say they seen it and come with proof, and a lot of people start looking at it, they end up getting killed or having an accident. Anyone that finds a way to make some kind of free energy, they end up getting killed or having an accident. And this ain't coincidences. This is just mafia. I see our government like a mafia. They're like cartels. They'll slaughter you. They don't give a shit. They've been working with them so long and doing this shit in other countries so much, they don't really give a shit. A job's got to be done. A lot of people got to be wiped out, and it's like, who's going to do it? They letting people in here that's acting like citizens, but they ain't citizens. And them people are getting straight into military and in law enforcement. That's a problem. And nobody's really, what are we doing about it? We just talking about it. But when the shit really hit the fan, everybody here gonna have to make a choice. Some people gonna choose not to fight. Some people gonna choose to fight. There's a movie that's similar to this. Same question. It's about God and it's about doing what's right. And it even involves them having to sacrifice themselves to make that choice. Do they want to live in the world with all the monsters and the demons as the pits of hell opens? And people have to pretty much suicide. Some of the good ones got taken out. They just dropped dead. I don't think it's going to go like that. I don't believe in that rapture thing. I think the Christians are going with that, but no, that's not how this is going to go. Because the world has went too much in the wrong direction, and too many people have sat back and not really earned or put up anything. Everybody wants stuff for free. Nobody don't want to put in real work no more. So you're going to have to prove yourself to the Creator. If anything I've learned in all the years of being here, you're going to have to prove yourself to the Creator. When you ask God for something, you have to make a sacrifice of equal value. Not just a sacrifice of equal value. And you have to give 110% to what you ask when you sacrifice. You can't come in there and play with him. It's an energy field. It knows everything. Thought is the most highest form of energy. It can read your deepest, darkest secrets and thoughts. And people will sit there and pray to this Creator, this energy source that we call God, and then lie in the back of their mind, because what their actions tell is the truth about what they really was going to do. Like, you'll pray and say, oh, I want you, look at the women. Oh, I want you to God to send me this great guy, and I want him to have this and look like that and love me and be faithful to me. But then I want him to be open with me and honest with me. And then she comes in telling lies from the very beginning. And then she don't want to put her all or open up to it, but she want the person to open up to her, but she don't want to open up to the person. What you're doing is you're spitting in God's face, and you're lying to the Creator. Oh, he too far. Oh, he lived this far, and I ain't gonna drive. So now you telling the Creator he's got to put him within your range that you're willing to drive. I mean, the shit just sound crazy every which way you look at the world. And no matter how much of the truth is shown, people keep coming up with different excuses for what it could be instead of this is what it is. And we just gonna have to deal with that. These beings are real. That shit that happened in the mall is real. And you better wake up to it, because it's gonna be happening a lot more. This is not a one-time event. At some point, I don't think we gonna get another election. The motherfucker that's in there crazy and he doing all kind of wild shit, and he ain't letting people in here and letting them through the borders and giving them high positions in the military, fast tracking citizenships, and giving them police positions for nothing. Our military is not supposed to act against its people. So, I mean, I hate to go off topic, but it's kind of on topic, because this is what's going on at the same time. It's a bunch of stuff we getting hit with from every angle. Yeah, there's people names on that list. Yeah, they're going to say something, but that's an inside thing. Rich people, really, really wealthy people, they don't go to jail. They don't really. Think about wealthy people. Don't ever hear about police really rarely ever getting involved, and all the shit that go on with them is behind the scenes. Because you talking about Secret Service type shit. You talking about contract killer shit. You talking about motherfuckers it's like a mafia. Everybody's got their own crews, and it's power, money. And motherfuckers that have you knocked off, took out, people get killed in them entourages, part of security, we never hear about it. And then it come out that this many people died at this video shoot, and that many people died. Listen, man, there's a lot more that goes into that lifestyle than what people think. And there's a lot of cliques and fraternities and fucking secret societies that when you in, you in. You got grown men, they putting in dresses to get more roles in movies, and people are doing it. So all I'm going to say to you is, we looking at the shit, is study happening, and everybody just keep making different excuses. And people just keep accepting excuses. But this is a time that the truth will be revealed. And people who choose to tell their truth is pretty much finna be like a Jesus. They finna have to put their life on the line. It's gonna come to that. And how many people are really willing to die for saying the truth? Because I don't see a lot of people here that's willing to do that. I don't see a lot of people here that's even willing to put their life on the line for doing the right thing. I just don't see that. But the old days, them boys was much stronger than we were. But I can say something about our generation and the younger people. They're not going to be ruled. They're crazy. They doing all the killing. They're not going to be ruled. Slavery will never be able to happen with them. They're going to do something about it. So this is going to be very interesting to see. And how everybody's going to react and what everybody's going to do and how it's all going to play out. It's going to be interesting to see what actually happened. Because I ain't worried about it if the aliens are here. I think the black people should be more welcoming than anybody to them. I don't understand why everybody is so scared. Yeah, it would be scary to see something that big in front of you. But if I got hundreds of people around me and it ain't causing nobody no harm and it wants to come and walk, I would just move out of the way. Let it walk right on by. I ain't running out of there. Don't make sense. Running for what? I get back, but I ain't running out of there. Because for what? What we gonna run for? If it wants to do something, it's gonna do it. And everybody didn't run out of there. People worked in stores. People that couldn't run. What about that? So you got to look at, it's a lot of stuff into this. And there ain't no way you going to silence hundreds and hundreds of people. You just not. But we don't need a clear video. You can forget about getting a clear video. And then if you got a clear video, they're going to try to make it look like something that it ain't. And you ain't going to know what's real and what's not. That's how smooth they are. They're so smooth that they are real experts at this. Just think about it. They've trained us how to debunk everything. And that's a problem. Because now when anything really comes up, everybody just going to debunk it. A video come up and instead of looking at the real shit, everybody do the complete opposite. They've trained us so well that we debunk everything anyway. Even if the truth you put it, even if they were right there and the cop was walking along with the alien, we'll say, oh, that's probably a movie, or that was CGI, or oh, they were probably acting for a role. I done heard so much. The crazy people are the ones that's debunking everything. Some shit I can understand, but everything, no. I can't go with that. I can't buy that. I can't rock with that. It's just real shit and real people. And the real shit, when you keep doing this, when the real shit show up, people gonna sit there and think it's a joke and they gonna get slaughtered. Because if something hostile comes in here, it's over. Those things in the back of that dude yard in Vegas, them things could have wiped them out. And them dudes were packing. They didn't bother shooting at it. They got the fuck back from over there. Because things big as fuck. What your bullets gonna do to something that big? And you might just piss it off and then it's going to kill everybody. So, we act more like cavemen than you think. We haven't changed as much as we like to think we have. We really haven't. It's really just like it was back in the caveman days. We react like barbarians and cavemen. We just flip out and want to kill shit. And you can't do that. Because now we're going to have enemies, and then it can kill other innocent people who are less able to move, it's just going to get real ugly. Hopefully they got way more sense than we do, obviously, because they ain't doing shit to us. Because, boy, look here. The way that we're reacting to everything, no, sir. But I believe we are ready, and we just need to get our minds ready. Some of us ain't, but a lot of us are, and we want to know. I want to motherfucking know. That's for sure. I want to know what's out here and what it is. I want to know. So all I'm going to say is what happened in Miami was very, very real. Period. I don't care what nobody say. It was real, because I know it was. I know that how that setup is. I know the people that's there at those times. That was a weekend day. No, that yeah, it was crowded. And when I was walking out there in front of them squad cars on them sidewalk, that wasn't nothing human, because it is big. Even when you see it from way up, it is massive, and you can see it walking in front of those squad cars. And what you don't see is police going over there to do nothing to it. So those was a group of cops walking together. Get out of here. You see one head, you see some shoulders, you see something big walking back and forth. It's just massive. There's no way. Get out of here. Ain't nobody one trying to run up on that fullback, boy. Oh, good gosh. Good gosh, that boy was big. Let me tell you something. Them niggas eat they Wheaties, boy. Ain't nobody trying to run up on that boy, though. I can tell you that shit. Hey, you ain't gonna run up on Buddy. He's prepared. Them three niggas... You ain't trying to run up on that boy. You ain't no bullets. You don't want to shoot that boy. You don't want that boy to react in no kind of way. Let's let this nigga just walk. That's exactly what they did. Let's let this nigga just walk. Let's let this nigga pace. Let's let this nigga pace until he dissolve or he disappear. He goes somewhere else. But let's keep this nigga right here. Let's use the squad car. They did not interfere or go up to that thing. And let me tell you something. I don't blame him. But if it's hundreds of us out there and he just pasting back and forth or whatever, walking, he was strolling. He was chilling. SWAT cars, helicopters, 100 and some cops out there, and all these people. And it wasn't even looking frantic. It was strolling along, pasting back and forth. Boy was ready with them muscles. You hear me? Boy was ready with that size. You hear me? And they weren't scared. Because everybody said that. They said they didn't look scared. They looked like they was observing everything. Something that big, you ain't got to look scared for what? These big ass gargoyles, these big ass monsters, these super geeked up humans. You know, that they been hit with all them super Captain America shots. This bitch is not playing around. So, listen. All said shit aside, this is our world we in. This is the time we on, and it is amazing to be here. But as people saying it's amazing, at the same time, a bunch of bitches finna die and they don't even know it. But at least we'll say we seen it. You know, now it's kind of like on them white people shit. You know, they'll just suicide and go out with a bang. You know, like, oh yeah, fuck it. You know, and especially in the movies, they'll just say, hey, we gonna do this together. Fuck it, we finna go out fighting. So it's the same thing. We're a fighting race. The human species is a fighting race. It's a war race, you know. We just are. We are special in a lot of ways. Everything that's going on are things that we've all dreamed about seeing. And we look at it in movies. We get excited about scary movies and action movies, superhero movies. We all want to be superheroes, and we've always wanted to be. Every man out there wanted muscles and wanted to be big like a superhero. These things are just way more bigger and way more advanced, and they're here. And I believe some of us are about to inherit some of this stuff too. They ain't just coming here to come here. They're coming here for a reason. We need to find out what the reason is. That's what we need to know. I think they trying to get a heads up on what's about to be interacting with them. And them boys geeked up. Them boys geeked up, boy, because only 3 came, and them boys was like monsters out there, boy. Look here, them boys geeked up. And so ain't nobody trying to run up over there and say shit to that nigga, boy. You hear me? He's strolling on the sidewalk, and we can see what is big. So all the shit aside, that is the Omni Mall. That is in downtown Miami. And it is a lot of people in that mall at all times, especially on the weekends, because it's a tourist spot. And Bayfront Park is there. And Bayfront Park is clubs, boat rides, party boats, bars, outdoor stores. I mean, it's a tropical environment, man. We live in a paradise. We live in a tropical paradise. All throughout going through from Miami coming up to Fort Lauderdale. It's like a tropical paradise. Even it's just beautiful beaches. And North Florida's like that too. Panama, Fort Walton Beach. They got beautiful beaches. I done been all over this place. But I grew up in Miami. So, yeah, that's what it is. And it's they picked the right place to come to though. You always seeing them by the mountains. You know, they over there in the mountains, people coming up missing that go by them national parks where mountains at. I wouldn't want to live in no place like that. And I used to love coming out looking at mountains. And it's still pretty to see, but I won't go up in them woods because there's other shit in them woods. These white people been opening all kind of portals and all kind of dimensions, and they've been opening up all kind of shit. And when you open up shit, you also, it's a door on the other side for whatever over there to come over here. So that's just pretty much what it is. And our world is filled with things. And they got all kind of shit they done created inside of labs and Dulce and all this and released. So, yeah, you better get ready. You better get ready. That's all I'm going to say. You better get ready. Tony out.
Yeah.